What's up, guys? D-Rock1992 here. For this next video and for my next movie review, I'm going to be reviewing a movie that came out last year, or this year rather. It came out back in April in wide release in the US. And this movie is a comedy, and it is The Boss. So, The Boss stars Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Bell as the main characters in the film. And Melissa McCarthy plays a boss, a very successful businesswoman who's caught with insider trading, which is a very big white-collar crime, basically. She's caught with insider trading and sentenced to prison for a few months. She gets out, and not everybody's willing to forgive her for what she did, to a lot of people and all that. So, Melissa McCarthy's character basically has to reinvent herself as a successful person and all that, and realize life lessons, I suppose. So yeah. Kristen Bell plays Melissa McCarthy's former assistant, then turned assistant again. So, I'm gonna say it right now. I didn't like this comedy at all. I did not like it at all. It was not a good movie. And a little bit of something here. The director of this movie is Melissa McCarthy's husband, Ben Falcone, who also directed Tammy. You can see my review on that movie. I did not like Tammy. Same thing for The Boss. I did not like The Boss. Not a good comedy movie at all. So, this guy's directed two movies with Melissa McCarthy as the main star, and he is 0 for 2. This guy just doesn't make comedy funny. He really doesn't, and here's an appearance from my cat. I think he watched it with me. He even thought the movie was bad, so there you go. Alright, get out of here, kitty cat. But anyway, when Melissa McCarthy is with director Paul Feig, which she was in Spy and The Heat, 2 movies that I've seen. She also did Bridesmaids with him, but I haven't seen that movie yet. But the Spy and The Heat, those 2 movies were funny. They were very funny comedies because Paul Feig understands comedy. And he'll also be collaborating with Melissa McCarthy again with Ghostbusters, which is coming out very soon. Next week, as a matter of fact. But when she's with Ben Falcone, these comedies just aren't funny at all. They're just not funny. This guy does not know how to direct comedy movies based off of Tammy and off of The Boss. So, it's like you see a Melissa McCarthy movie directed by Paul Feig. That's a good watch. That's an exciting watch. It's more of a guarantee to be successful. But you see a movie with Ben Falcone directing, with Melissa McCarthy as the main star, and it's just not funny. Paul Feig just gets the best out of Melissa McCarthy as a director. Ben Falcone does not. Doesn't do that at all. So, yeah, this movie, I did not like it at all. It just was not funny. There were a few moments, but very few and far in between. So, yeah, there's that. And just, it is, thus far for me, the worst movie that I've seen of 2016. Best movie was Deadpool for me. That movie knew how to be funny, even though it wasn't primarily a comedy. This movie doesn't know how to be funny, and it is primarily a comedy. So there you go. I mean, yeah, this movie was terrible. This movie was terrible. And I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 stars for bad. It's just a bad movie. Period. End of story. That's it, pretty much. So that is it for this video. This very negative video on the movie The Boss. So, before I go, actually, I would not recommend this movie to anybody. I wouldn't recommend it at all. I wouldn't recommend Tammy at all. But I would recommend the Melissa McCarthy movies that are directed by Paul Feig. Those are good movies for sure. So that is it for this video. D-Rock 1992 out.